What's up guys, Sleeps here with another episode of my Journey to Ultimate Team, and we're going to start this episode off claiming our FUT Champions Weekend League rewards. We're finally getting our rewards for grinding out those 40 matches. We did get 25 wins, which just about sees us into Gold 1, which nets us not one, but two 100k packs, as well as 50,000 coins to go along with it. So we are going to go ahead and open our rewards now, and there is a pretty good team of the week. Of course, it has those hero cards. I'd love to pack that Messi, and also there have been 3 prime icons added into packs as well, so a lot of juicy things have been put into packs this week, so hopefully we can get something decent. We're gonna go ahead and rip open this first one, and it is a billboard pack, and I see the Polish flag, and I know it's not an inform, and I immediately know it's not Lewandowski. We do get 85 overall Glick, and some of these players like 84s and 85s that may have not been going for all that much are going for a little bit more, because along with the release of those prime icons into packs, they also actually got their own SBCs. So within those SBCs, they require quite high ratings, and some of these cheaper 85s go for a little bit more. But this 85 Azpilicueta goes for a lot by default because he's a great center back. You know, he's got the good pace and all that, plays in the Premier League, and he goes for upwards of 65,000 coins. So the man that came out of the pack wasn't the good one. It was actually Azpilicueta hiding within it. We also got here Renato Sanchez, who goes for a little bit, but basically the way I see it, my logic is like, if you're not going for over 5,000 coins, then I'm most likely going to keep you. And even if you go for a little bit over 5,000 coins, if I like the card, I'll probably keep it, because anything under 5,000 coins, and I may as well just use that for an SBC in the future. So moving on to this next 100k pack, and in it we get a center forward from Argentina, and it is Alejandro Gomez, which isn't a bad pull at all. And had I not switched formations, I probably would have kept him. If I was still running that 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, I could have just put him in that number 10 position. He would have fit in very nicely. But since we are playing the 4-3-2-1, and when I play formations with, with just one striker, I like to have that one striker to have a bit of physicality to them, because there's a good chance that they're going to have to get on the end of some crosses. So anyway, we send him to the transfer list, and we're going to move on to this first match. And I kind of regret joining that one, because as you guys saw there was 2 bars of red latency. But for some reason during that session, I was having trouble with the matchmaking, and everybody I was coming up against had red latency, and eventually I just had to accept one. So anyway, we do get fouled in this one, which was a bit annoying for me, because if you guys saw there, I did manage to get the pass off, and I would have liked to get an attempt on goal. Unfortunately, the referee says, no, you don't get an attempt on goal, and he saves our penalty. So that was a little bit annoying. And what's more annoying than that is that he is actually going to score here. A bit of luck as it falls to Sanchez, and Sanchez makes no mistake, making it 1-0. We do respond though. He gets a goal right there right before halftime, and 10 minutes into the second half, we're going to cross this one in. It falls to João Mario, and he actually had enough time to just bring that down, pick his spot in the corner, and make it 1-all. After that, this guy gets a great chance, and you see here it's very hard to defend in this lag, especially when you have a player like Sanchez running at you. You can't really read if he's gonna go left or right, and by the time you make a decision, maybe he goes the other way. It was just very, very tricky to defend. And what a terrible miss there from Dembele. That was actually on his left foot, and he managed to put it that wide with no goalkeeper in there. We should probably consider ourselves quite fortunate to not concede. Anyway, we're on the ball here with Felipe Anderson, who should probably be maybe finishing that, but it was a bit difficult to finish because a lag spike would kind of kick in, and you wouldn't really get to do the power of your shot properly. So that one was 1-all. A little annoying, of course, with the lag, but I am starting to think that the lag might actually be my fault. I am quite far from the router when I play here from my office, but I actually, after that match, I tweaked some settings with the router, and I didn't have lag for the rest of the session. So I'm going to keep the settings as they are, and hopefully we won't see as many laggy games here in the series. So this guy had a decent team, a Premier League 1, and this is great work there from Izquierdo, getting past 2 guys, cutting that back to Welbeck, and Welbeck makes no mistake with the first time finish. Now we are on a free kick here with Lanzini, and he's not exactly the greatest free kick taker in the game, but he does manage to bang one off the crossbar there, getting quite close. And Lanzini again is through here on goal, and I should probably be taking that one first time to get it into the corner nice and early. The keeper manages to smother the chance, but it seemed like Lanzini was just determined to get himself on the score sheet one way or another, and he absolutely blasts that one into the top left to make it 2-0. And it's the 83rd minute. Little bit of time left in that game, and I don't think my opponent felt like he could get in it, so he does end up rage quitting. So that gives us a 2-0 victory 5,714 coins there because that gives us also the Division 7 title and 19 points on the board. So we're doing pretty well there in divisions, and we're going to quickly go into the transfer list because we have managed to sell Azpilicueta for 69,000 coins. That is just insane, and 34,000 for Gomez. That's just over 100,000 coins for both of those. So total, we got about 150k for playing Weekend League. So I would say it was definitely well worth it. Now we're going to move on to some SBCs here. I was kind of waiting for my rewards to come in just in case I get some more players to do these SBCs with. And this time around, we are going to be doing the Hybrid Nation SBCs. We're going to start off with the most difficult one as usual. And these were significantly easier than the last time around when I did the Hybrid League and Nation. For that one, I was like on Foothead looking for all kinds of ideas because they were so tricky to figure out. It took me like a couple hours to complete those SBCs last time around. This one was very easy in comparison. And that first one, we just basically had to make a Bundesliga team with different nation in every single position apart from one. This one, we just need 8 nationalities and only 2 of them can repeat. So I just went for an all La Liga team. This is what you're basically going to be doing, just making a team from one league and just mixing it up here and there with different countries within. Now in this next one, I did decide to go with Serie A, and this one has 6 nationalities exactly. You cannot repeat more than 2, so we basically had to have like 2 Brazilians, 2 from France, 2 from Italy, 2 Serbians. So that's basically how I went about doing that one, and I actually found it to get more difficult as I went down the list. It should have been the opposite because I am starting with the last one first, but for some reason as I went down, I found it more difficult when they were making requirements like you can only have 4 nationalities and you can only repeat 3, because I found that I was actually running out of players and had to hybridize it a little bit more. But we just about did manage to finish this one. Thankfully, the chemistry restrictions were a lot more lenient in the earlier ones, or else we wouldn't have gotten away with some of this stuff. So anyhow, we do complete all 4. We get a premium gold players pack, a mega pack, we got also a prime gold players pack, which is a 45k pack, and I believe we got 2, oh yeah, and a 25k pack, a premium players pack. So we're gonna go ahead and rip all of those open right now. Starting with the 7.5k pack, we're going to speed through this one because the chances of getting something are pretty terrible, and we do get the Kaiser Chiefs goalkeeper, which I'm not sure we'll ever even use a player like that for SBC. So onto this 25k pack, we do get a Billboard player this time around. We do get a Spanish player. He's a goalkeeper. Is it De Gea? Of course not. It's Reina. That has to be one of the most trolly ones. I guess Casillas would end up being the same thing, but I don't know how I feel about only an 83 overall and you get a Billboard. I feel like there's just way too much room for trolliness going on there. But anyhow, moving on to this 35k pack, which is a little bit better, hoping for something decent. We get back-to-back Billboards, and we actually managed to get an Inform. It's Italian, it's a goalkeeper, and it's probably one of the worst Informs in the team of the week. This guy was actually a silver before getting an Inform item, but that's okay because hiding within this pack was a pretty decent player, and that is Pjanic, which is an amazing one. And honestly, guys, I don't know if you guys are going to like my decision. I really was thinking about putting him straight into the team, but the guy is going for almost 50,000 coins. Like, that is a lot of coins, and we all know that in a few weeks time his price is going to come down to maybe half that value. So I just had to cash in. I had to try and sell him, maximize our coin total, guys. We're almost at 500,000 coins, and by selling Pjanic, that will put us over that mark. So I had to stick him on the transfer list and try to sell him on. Now moving on to this next pack, we don't get a walkout, or we don't get Billboards, I should say, unfortunately, out of a 45k pack, which I was a bit disappointed. I really like 45k packs. I've gotten some really good stuff out of those in the past, but this is the big pack. We get a rare mega pack for completing all 4 SBCs, which is worth 55,000 coins, and we don't even get a Billboard player. I think we had used up all of our pack luck when we got that Pjanic and Inform pack. But nonetheless, we do get Klaas in there, Everton player, a decent lad to put in the club, and we're going to store everything in there. We got plenty of fitness cards. We got like 6 fitness cards, which is very nice. We're going to list up this kit, we're going to list up Kandreva, and discard the rest. So now moving on, we're going to sell those things on, and I'll show you guys how much we got for all of that. On to our next match, and this is the first match of Division 1, so hopefully we're going to get off to a strong start. And this guy has a 4-3-3 Serie A team with Eder up top, and Eder comes up with a ridiculous finish in this game. I'm just going to tell you guys right now. Anyhow, before we get to that, we're on the break there with Felipe Anderson, and unfortunately for us, I do not finish, which is, I don't really know. Was that my error? Should I have shot across body? I mean, that should definitely be a goal. I'm in there one-on-one. But look, this is a very similar run. We're coming in here with Anderson, and we finish exactly the same, except this time around it went in. So I don't know. Maybe perhaps his keeper just came up big from, and he just made a big save. You know, out of your keepers, that is something that you do want. So there's the ridiculous finish there from Eder. He's at a pretty tight angle. It's on his left foot, and somehow he just pops it right into the top right-hand corner across the face of goal. From like I said, a very tight angle. I'm not really sure how he managed to finish that one. And unfortunately for us, it stole 2 points away. So we're looking to get a win. You know, a draw is not good enough. We need a win to start off this division. So let's move on to this next match, this time with the Premier League team. And this guy has a 4-3-2-1 Premiership team. And he's got Sanchez up there. And I guess he just wanted a really pacey striker. So he just put Sane there at striker, even though he's not a striker. And we open up the scoring there, Lanzini. And I definitely give a lot of praise to Welbeck, but I think I definitely need to give a shout out to Lanzini because he has been a really amazing number 10. He's picked up bags of goals, and that time he does assist a Welbeck on his, and Welbeck is going to pick up a second. He's got a wide open header. We got in behind his defense out there on the right side, swung it across and put it right on the man's forehead. Lanzini's going to pick up another assist here. Welbeck's making a great break on goal, and Welbeck completes yet another hat trick. I mean, guys, I am really so surprised at how good Welbeck is performing. I was like very suspect about him when I signed him. I'm like, is he going to be good enough to hold it down up top? But his numbers don't lie. He's got like triple the involvements in goals compared to the numbers of games that he's played. So Welbeck has just been incredible for us. I can't stress that enough. Now, moving on to our transfer list, we have sold Pjanic there for 47,500 coins, guys. You see what I'm talking about? We made almost 50k off just the one player. We did sell Glick as well, and we also sold Kandreva, putting us at 530,000 coins. And guys, at the beginning of this episode, we were actually only at 312k. So through FUT Champs, through playing matches, and through doing some SBCs, we managed to make over 200,000 coins in one episode, which is pretty amazing. Now, guys, it is Friday, so I did want to give you guys a bit of a reminder that I am going to be streaming my weekend league matches. I did mention earlier on in the series that I would not be posting weekend league on here just because it's 40 matches. It's a lot to edit and cut that all down and put it into videos, and it takes long enough just playing the games in the first place. So guys, I just wanted to remind you guys that I will be streaming them, and if you guys want to hang out with me throughout the weekend, I am going to be streaming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will leave a link to the Twitch down in the description below. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you're all enjoying the series. Please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.